everybody, it's Commotion here getting another video, and today it's going to be another Who's Better video. You guys voted via a poll that I posted about, I don't know, but I posted about a week or 2 weeks ago, and I allowed you guys to vote. I actually had a pretty good amount of people vote, which is about 20 people, so I really appreciate that with the audience I have. I know it's not on a grand basis when I have a million people, a million subscribers, and a lot of people are going to vote. But for what everybody did vote, I really appreciate you clicking the link and taking the time out to do so. I might do other polls on there for you guys to vote because I want to get you guys in idea. Because if I just make a video that nobody wants to see, then what's the point of making it? You know what I'm saying? So this video, this video request had 6 votes. You can still go to that poll. That will still be in the link in the description box below. Because the last video of January 30th, I'll be uploading another Who's Better video, and it'll be between, seems to be that there's going to be 4 votes each so far for Shane McMahon and Vince McMahon, Who's Better video, and a Brock Lesnar versus Batista, Who's Better. So vote now. It's a tie. I don't want to choose myself. I want you guys to choose. So please, I'm going to go vote with that one after this video or whenever is good for you. Anyway, after these commercials have went off, let's go ahead and get to the Who's Better. But first off, I don't want to see any bitching in the comment section below. I'm sorry. People always like to say, Chris Benoit, he murdered his family. He murdered his family. Yes, it was a very sad time in wrestling. It was a very sad moment. It was very sick of him to do that. But if you want to talk about that, go under a video that has to deal with this. I don't want to see hate in the comment section below because I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of that. Now, please, just please bear with us, me. And, sharing my opinions. Don't be like, oh, Chris Benoit this, Chris Benoit that. Please don't, because I know a lot of people will do that, but we'll just whatever. Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and get on to the topics of the video. Better debut. I'm going to go with Chris Benoit. Daniel Bryan debuted on NXT. Not much really there. He just got on the mic. He faced Chris Jericho in his debut match, I believe it was May 17th, 2010. I just watched the video, so I kind of know. Better debut, though, I would say it was Chris Benoit because the dude debuted as the Radicals. It was Al Snow and Steve Blackman versus the New Age Outlaws, and Road Dogg was out on the outside. And, he pushed one of the Radicals, which was, I believe, was Eddie Guerrero, and then they attacked him. Perry Saturn hit a suplex, and it was Eddie Guerrero's frog splash, and then it was another suplex by Dean Malenko, and then it was a flying headbutt by Chris Benoit onto Road Dogg, or Billy, I think it was Road Dogg. But it was definitely cool to see the Radicals debut for the first time. It would start off an amazing career for two out of the 4 superstars there. Perry Saturn, not so much. Dean Malenko had a very brief stint in the WWF. Normally made more of his career in the WCW days. Chris Benoit had a really stellar career, just the same as Eddie Guerrero. So Chris Benoit 1, Daniel Bryan 0. Better entrance, I'm going to go with Chris Benoit. Daniel Bryan has kind of been edited, but, like the Flight of Valkyries. I like his theme, but, to me, Chris Benoit's theme is better, like, that's 2001. And then I like the older version of it around 2004 and 2005. I love his, newer version. It's definitely awesome. I love it. It's very intense too. There's no holding me back. Hope you take rid of my singing. But I'm driven by fear. I'm just driven by fear. You see, and I love that thing. Chris Benoit's theme is really intense and gets you pumped up a lot. More charisma, I'm going to go with Daniel Bryan. Chris Benoit didn't have the firing charisma that you'd normally think. Because, Chris Benoit didn't have to do a lot of mic work. His character, his, label on the show didn't require him to do so much of that. Just go out there, wrestle a very good match in a very good, consistent basis. He would have a fantastic match and, just leave. That's all Chris Benoit really had to do. Daniel Bryan, now that, the wrestling business has changed, and mostly because of this, but, being in the PG era, there's a lot of more required storylines, and, it really doesn't matter if you're a good wrestler anymore, and it really has never really mattered to some degree if you ever wrestler, a really, really good wrestler. Because at the end of the day, you have to have a character, and you have to be in touch with the fans and the audience, and that's what Daniel Bryan is, and that's what WWE is screwing up, because they don't know how to use Daniel Bryan right now. They're not getting him the WWE Championship. They didn't put him in the Royal Rumble, and now everybody's complaining about it, and then, but everybody knew Batista was going to win the Rumble, so I don't know why everybody's pissed off about it. So, I don't really get it at all. But yeah, Daniel Bryan, to me, better, more charisma. I really agree with the fact that he has better charisma, because he gets the people wound up, and he's better on the mic as well. This is the next category after that. So better on the mic, it kind of falls into the same category as more charisma, because he's pretty good on the mic, if you ask me. Not a CM Punk better on the mic, but then again, that's my internet smart coming out of myself. But then it's just it. Daniel Bryan is really, to me, he's pretty good on the mic. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and snore off when Daniel Bryan's on there. I actually am entertained when Daniel Bryan's on there when he's on the mic, with guys like Triple H, and with guys like Randy Orton, and with guys like John Cena, and with guys like, CM Punk, and other guys in the WWE that he interacts with. I'm interested when I see Daniel Bryan on there. He's not just going to put me to sleep. So 2-2, better heel, no answer really here. I've never really done a no answer. I've done a tie before, but I've never done a no answer because, honestly, people want to cheer these guys. People don't want, to boo these guys. Even when Daniel Bryan was the heel, I don't really recall anybody, booing Daniel Bryan. Have you ever heard a crowd boo Daniel Bryan? All I've heard was just saying no and yes. Because when you try to do no, everybody did yes. And that's what everybody wanted to do. They didn't want to boo Daniel Bryan. They didn't want to, go against what Daniel Bryan was doing, because everybody likes Daniel Bryan. And the same thing with Benoit. I've never seen Benoit get a bad reaction, so why would he be considered a heel? The only time I considered him a heel, really, was in 2001 when he told Chris Jericho to prove him wrong, and, he was attacking Jericho. That's the only time I really recall him being a heel, but, a dominant heel or a heel that's very forsaken in the WWE, no, so I'm going to say no answer. You can't really compare people that aren't booed or people that aren't hated in the wrestling business. Better face, I'm going to go with Daniel Bryan. Chris Benoit, Daniel Bryan's more of a character and more I'm not taking anything away from Daniel Bryan saying that he's not a good wrestler. I'm saying Daniel Bryan is more of a character than Chris Benoit, and was more, I guess you could say, appealing to the audience with, more of his character and more of the underdog-like character, and more of a guy like Daniel Bryan would be a better face, would be a better good guy, more than Chris Benoit, more so than Chris Benoit. And I'm not saying Chris Benoit, people hated Chris Benoit, because I didn't say that. I'm just saying Chris Benoit was liked, but to the degree of Daniel Bryan, I don't know. Daniel Bryan, to me, better face, so we got Daniel Bryan 3, Chris Benoit 2. Better in-ring attire, I'm going to go with Benoit. Daniel Bryan normally has the same thing with the American Dragon gimmick that he had in Ring of Honor. There's actually a DVD on that one. I actually want to pick up that DVD, Bryan Danielson, the American Dragon. I don't watch Ring of Honor a lot, but I would love to see some of his matches. I've seen a couple CM Punk matches with Samoa Joe, and a couple of AJ Styles matches, but that's about it. And I watch Ring of Honor if I'm dead bored, but don't want to piss off the Ring of Honor fans, but make sure we don't do that. But yeah, more it's like a dragon on the side, basically. Not really anything, out of the ordinary, Macho Man Randy Savage style. But to me, this would want a better, better core in-ring attire with the tights. Definitely like the different colors to be red and have red markings on the side, as if it was a bear claw or anybody else. I really like that, being considered the Rabbit Wolverine, and stuff like that. I like Chris Benoit's attire better than Daniel Bryan. So 3-3, better technical wrestler. I mean, both of these guys are technically sound. Both of these are, Daniel Bryan is, to me, Punk says he's the best in the world, but Daniel Bryan is the best in the world, to be honest with you. Daniel Bryan's just an amazing technical wrestler, and, but he's not as good as Chris Benoit. To me, we'll have many great technical wrestlers come in, in the future. We've had many come in the past. I mean, we've had Bret Hart, We've had Owen Hart. We've had Shawn Michaels. You know, we've had, you know, many guys. Eddie Guerrero, Kurt Angle. You know, we've had all those guys. But I don't think any of them amount to what Chris Benoit was. You know, I think everybody knew they were going to get a great technical wrestling and the art of wrestling, you know, technically, you know, I think everybody knew Benoit was that guy. And it's just sad that it won't ever be remembered as him as the greatest technical wrestler of all time, because to me, he is the greatest most technical wrestler of all time. I'm not taking anything away from Bret Hart. I'm not taking anything away from Kurt Angle or anybody else. I'm just saying Benoit just outstanding technical wrestler. I think he was, to me, he's the greatest technical wrestler of all time. We can argue all day, and I like to argue with you all day and talk about how he was better than this or who, you know, you might be right more than I am. Maybe I possibly were more right than you. I mean, I don't know. But to me, I think that Benoit was, you know, a better technical wrestler, and he's a better technical wrestler than Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan's an amazing technical wrestler, but he does not amount to Chris Benoit like what he did. But anyway, since these two both do almost the same exact finisher and signature moves, we're going to go ahead and argue which one does it better. Better perform crossface, or now considered the Jean LaBelle lock, or it was considered the no lock, then considered the yes lock, then the no lock, then the yes lock again. So I don't know, but to me, I don't even know what they're going to call it nowadays. Then they called it the crossface again when Cena locked it on Orton at Royal Rumble. So they must be calling it the LaBelle lock one day, the crossface. Then after, to me, it's the crossface. And Benoit made it the crossface, and it made it look awesome. And to me, personally, Benoit made it look better, and it was better performed. I mean, it was so intense. And when it came down to it, the crowd was like just roaring, and it popped. Bryan does the same thing, but to me, I think, Benoit was more intense when he did it. So I like Benoit's better. So that's 5-3. Better looking, diving headbutt splash, Benoit times 3. Because I'm not going to say times a million, because that's just burying Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan does it nice, but, of course they're limiting it nowadays due to the fact that they, has come due to, massive head, concussions and many times hitting your head on the mat, and that's why we don't have head chair shots, because of this man who has just won this Who's Better competition. But, it's, to me, Benoit made it look good, and it was amazing. He did it in ladder matches, he did it in regular matches, and everybody loved to see the, the diving headbutt, and he sold it like $1 million if he missed it, or, he'd just be shaking and looking like he had a seizure once he hit the mat. I just thought it was better performed by Benoit. So to me, Benoit wins this one. Benoit wins this one 6-3. So I'm actually going to do 16 Who's Better videos, and then make a little tournament bracket from the first video and the second video, and then they'll move up. So I might do that, and then we'll get to the second round, then we'll get to the finals, and then if you guys want to see more of the Who's Better, then we can do it all we want to. But right now, we're going to do the 16 rounds. Not the 16 rounds, good God, that'd be the end of me. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching very much. I really appreciate that a lot. So thank you very much again for watching. Thanks for tuning in to Cobra 146 here. And,